Hello, I'm Richard Ridge for BroadwayWorld. Golden Globe and Drama Desk Award winner Michael C. Hall is stepping into the role of Hedwig in John Cameron Mitchell and Stephen Trask's Tony Award-winning Hedwig and the Angry Inch from October 16th through January 4th. He'll be joining Tony Award winner Lena Hall, and we dropped by the Lambs Club to catch up with the company during a break in rehearsal. Let's talk about Michael C. Hall.
Yes.
I mean, how did this all come about?
Michael C. Hall was always in our sights over the years because there's very few actors comfortable on stage that are real true triple threats. And certainly because of Cabaret, though I remember meeting him at Kim's Video in the West Village during early 6 Feet Under days, right after the show off Broadway. And he was so enthusiastic. He's been beaten down by the business now. No, I'm just kidding. But he lives 2 blocks away. I bump into him a lot, even when I'm not rehearsing. And I didn't really know till recently, but he's got this, Stephen knew, but he's got this rock star voice, and it really almost sounds like a kind of alternative Tom Jones. It's like really strong. And if he had chosen to be a rock star, he could have been. I think that would have been limiting for him. So now, like me, he can be the fake rock star and not have to tour. But he's also got this kind of Middle European, darkness.
So here we are, another Hedwig. I mean, what has this whole trip been like for you guys working on this?
I mean, it's been an incredible experience getting to play these songs every night and relive this story with amazing actors like Neil Patrick and Andrew Reynolds and now Michael C. Hall. It's just been an incredible experience.
Yeah, it's been amazing just sort of riding the wave of the show and all the different changes and the accolades and the amazing people we got to work with. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, one of the most fun things is seeing how each person brings something new to the role. And the process so far with Michael's been pretty exciting.
Yeah. I mean, it's fun to see these people because they're not necessarily frontmen in bands. So they come and their attitude changes as we just like providing a nice little backdrop for them to come in and be these lead singers of our group. And it's been really fun with have Lena the whole time, and it forms out a really good band.
She's sort of the anchor of everybody, right? Having Lena there going through with all of them.
That's me, I think.
Michael C. Hall is spectacular. People say, "Oh, he says that all the time." It's really I watched John. I'd never heard anyone sing the songs like this, because he has this voice that is the most natural rock star voice of anyone who's ever played this role. Just the tone of it. And when he first sang, I'd been at a number of rehearsals, and we'd done just kind of warm-up rehearsals in my living room, and Justin came by with the guitar, and I'm playing piano, and Michael's standing there singing, so I knew what he sounded like. So, but when John came, and John's at the first rehearsal, and Michael starts singing, and John goes like this. And I look over, and the next song he goes like this, and I go over, and he goes, "Oh my God!" Right? So it's just it is so natural, and when he moves, it's like he's a rock star. Yeah. So that's there, and then as an actor, he has done so much. He is so accomplished, and he's every night. He goes home and he learns more, and he brings more to the thing, and he does readings of lines and jokes that we've never heard before, and we're like, "Oh yeah, that's how that should go." Even finding ways of, it's kind of miraculous.
So here we are again.
Yes. Yeah, here we are again. I'm getting married again. I feel like Stephen Trask and John Cameron Mitchell are like my proud parents, like selling me to a new wife, like that's how I feel. It's like this whole thing again. So it's very exciting. Andrew's been great, and it's been a really fun run with him. And it's his final week, so it's kind of strange because his run was pretty short. So it's just it feels a bit too soon, but really exciting.
Well, let's talk about Michael. Have you guys been in rehearsal?
I have rehearsed with him a little bit, yeah. I've had 2 rehearsals with him, and I've gotten to sing with him, and it's really exciting. It's a totally different take on the story. It's a totally different take on the character, and it's been interesting because each Hedwig that I get has been a completely different take, like their own take on the story. And I call like Neil was like the showgirl diva, right? And then Andrew is like the bubbly blonde. And now we have Michael C. Hall, who's going to be kind of very tragic. And it'll be dark. It'll be much darker, but so interesting, really cool. And I really respect his work a lot. So I am thrilled to be working with someone like Michael C. Hall. Yeah.
It must be so cool for you because it keeps everything really fresh and it changes every time you get a new one.
Yes, yeah. I mean, my character is a purely reactive character, meaning it really depends on what the Hedwig is doing and how she views our relationship. So my relationship with all of them has been very different. We're still working, he's still working on his thing. So usually my relationship with the Hedwigs don't start developing until they get in front of an audience, which is kind of an interesting way it goes, but which is understandable because they've got a lot on their shoulders, and I'm there to support. So, I support them, and then once they start to get a little comfortable, then they start to really include me, and then they start to think about their relationship with me. It's kind of how it goes, and so I'm not quite sure how he's going to be, but I know there's a little bit of that Neil Patrick Harris kind of edge, like sexual kind of sexual tension, and then there's the love that Andrew had as well. So it's a little different. So we'll see.
How did this all happen for you, Michael, to come back in Hedwig?
I guess the initial conversation I had was with John Cameron Mitchell, who invited me to take it on. And I mean, what am I going to say? If you're a mountain climber and you come upon a mountain, you're going to climb it. So it's been consuming, exciting, challenging, an amazing experience. I mean, we haven't even started performing it yet, but just getting ready to do so has been incredible. And all the writing's on the wall. I mean, Lena's still here, and the band is still here, and it's a thrill.
So when you saw the show again, this production, what went through your mind? I mean, what you love about this production?
I loved it. It just reconfirmed. I mean, I was a big fan of it when it was downtown. When I was doing the MC in Cabaret, I would sneak down to see the late shows. I saw it a few times, and I loved the movie, and I loved this production. It just reconfirmed for me that it's such a profound piece that transcends interpretations. It's amazing. The music is phenomenal in its own right, and as a musical, every number moves the story forward in a really fundamental way. And I don't know, I saw Neil do it, and this is before I knew that this was happening, and I was like, oh wow, it's so great, amazing. And then I saw Andrew do it, and this was after I realized that I was going to do it, and I was like, oh my God. So it was a very different experience, but they are both amazing. John, of course, was phenomenal. I saw Kevin Cahoon do it, and I'm honored to sort of just put my name on the list of people who've gotten to breathe life into this character.
So you've obviously started rehearsals. Just a few, or what's happened so far?
Oh no, I'm well into it. I think my first performance is a week from tonight. So we're well into it. I mean, I'm on stage now and with the full band, and yeah, so I'm at the point of no return.
Have you had the clothes on, everything else, and the boots and the hair and everything?
Yeah.
So does that sort of put it all into perspective when you finally have all the garb on and everything else, and you sort of look at yourself in the mirror and say, I'm Hedwig?
Absolutely. I mean, it informs so much to look into the mirror and see her staring back at you, as opposed to your imagination of what she will be. There's a big learning curve that happens once you put the armor on.
Yeah. And this is your first musical in a while because you've done a lot of wonderful plays, and of course Dexter, we lost you to television land for a while. But what's it like coming back, working on a musical? What have the challenges been for you? What are you enjoying the most?
It's exhilarating. It's honest work, It's a real commitment, but it's exhilarating. It's good for you to sing every day. It does something to your soul that's good, and I'm so thrilled to be able to breathe life into this character and to sing these songs.